All right, I heard you guys. I know that you want some new mobile games. I have a big handful, a bundle even you might call it, of new mobile games that you maybe have never heard of. Some of these released recently, others are soon to release, and others just released. What an amazing bundle of games for you to play. I have my favorites, and I'll let you know which of these are my favorites, of course, at the end of the video. Make sure you stick around and subscribe. Let's get into the list. Now, the first one is Boat Game, and the footage I'm using right here is actually from a friend of mine, Sir Moose Gaming. Be sure to check out his channel if you want to see more Supercell stuff. This is a really cool game. Boat Game, you float around in boats, shoot at each other, and then you can even take it onto the beaches. This is a shooting game, guys, brought to you by Supercell Games, the creator, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Brawl Stars. Use code ECHO in any Supercell game, including Boat Game, when this one becomes available to you. I believe, and I think that this is going to be a massive hit when it drops. It's completely different from anything that you see on the market right now, and it's different than any Supercell game you've experienced before. Because I know you guys want that shooter style combat in a really cool and is calm the right word? A really cool and just new kind of way. Boat Game's got it. Next up is Dark and Darker Mobile. I have a download link for you guys to try this one out down below. If you haven't known, I've been playing a lot of this and I've been streaming it too. Dark and Darker Mobile is an action RPG escape style medieval game. You can play as 6 different classes. You have a mage, a barbarian, etc., even a rogue inside of there. And you go in, level up your character, go into battle, but guess what? If you die, you lose all your stuff. So you had better not die. Of course, you could stash things that are important for you, but man, this game brings it back the way it used to be when we weren't so wimpy in games. You lose the stuff if you die, like in real life. I love it. And it's got a seasonal system inside of the game too, which is beautiful, allowing you to reset everything at the end of the season. Except for your account levels, of course. But man, you know what else I gotta show you? Let me show you this new cosmetic I just got. Check out this goblin cosmetic. He's got the let's dive in. I'm gonna take you into the lobby so you can get a better look. But man, this game has got me hooked, and I think that you guys would really like it too. Look at this guy chilling at the table. And let me give you even a closer look. Here we go. Check him out. Look at this. With the bag on his back, it's like a golden goblin. I absolutely love it. I think you guys are going to love the game. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have another Supercell game called Moco, an action RPG squad-based game where you go in, take down big bosses and objectives in an awesome world. Very cyberpunk themed inside of this one. I've played a lot of this one, and I think it's actually fairly awesome. Again, another Supercell game without the traditional IP. This is another one that I think is gonna do really, really well for Supercell. And if you like action RPGs that are light and quick, this is a good one for you. Plus, no pay to win, only cosmetic purchases. That's what we're hearing from Supercell. Use code ECHO in all your Supercell games. Next up, we have Dredge. Now, Dredge has a lot of stuff going on here. Let me get into it. First of all, it's free to download, but then you eventually have to pay, and this game is not cheap. It's got a $25 price tag. What? $25 for a mobile game? That's insane. It's actually even more expensive, I believe, on Steam because it's available there as well. Now, what is Dredge though? It's a boat fishing style game where you encounter some really crazy, dark beasts of the sea. So it mixes atmospheric elements, ocean-loving elements, fishing elements that a lot of people like, and that darkness that people really thrive to, like a little bit of a horror feel to it. Dredge is not my particular kind of game that I would say, yeah, baby, let's go Dredge and pay 25 bucks for it. No, it's not. But it's something different, and I can really respect the game for that, and I do think it's really good. I don't know if it's worth 25 bucks. Next up, we have DC Dark Legion, a turn-based strategy style game where you collect all of the best of DC heroes and you take them into battle, of course, after you upgrade them, etc., etc. I've actually put together a tier list of this, which you can check out on my website, echogaming.io. I will try to remember to link that down below. I'll also leave a download link where you could pre-register for this game because it's coming out really, really soon. Like, literally in a few days, you're gonna wanna pre-register so you can get those initial boost rewards that you get from using my link. That's down in the description. Hopefully you guys can take advantage of that. But man, I love turn-based strategy. You know this because I play Raid Shadow Legends. And this has the same mechanic, plus an underground bunker where you can manage all of the elements that you need, all of your energy, your power, and all that kind of stuff from down below. So you have an open world that you can kind of explore. You have turn-based strategy combat. You have a little campaign you could do, down under the ground management system as well. The game's really a lot of fun. The graphics are on point, and it's DC. Who doesn't love DC Comics, man? Next up, we have Clash of Destiny, taking it back to a little bit of kitty-looking graphics, but the combat actually seems kind of cool. This is one that reminds me of something that you could take those quick 5-minute sessions, dive into a round, do a little bit of casual PvP, and get some enjoyment for that kind of experience. I think this one is good for that, and I think the graphics are actually pretty bright and cool too. I like this one. War Friends Legends, it's another combat game. This is a PvP shooter, and I actually like it too. Very similar graphics to the one that I just showed on the screen, but this one here gives you a little bit more freedom, right? The battles are a little bit more in your hands, the way that you would anticipate from a regular shooter. Characters are cool, graphics are cool, PvP shooters are cool. This is one that's a quick play type game, just like the past one, that I think you'll enjoy in short bursts. Now, you know why I love Bug Heroes? Because it's more of like a tower defense style game. I freaking love tower defense games, and I have forever. It's what got me into Clash of Clans back in the day, although that's not tower defense. It's like, Clash of Clans like tower defense on steroids. But this Bug Defense is quite cool, 3D style graphics and a tower defense gameplay. You know what that smells like? It smells like a win. It looks cool, it takes tower defense to a new element, and it stays within a genre within strategy that just has that popularity. I like it. It actually reminds me of that monkey one too. Yeah, Balloons TD6. Looks like that too. Legends of Survivors. You want to kill everything in a survival style roguelike game where you just upgrade your gear and then you get better weapons and take down bigger waves? Like Survivor.io and the vampire game and all those ones? Yeah, you got another option here. This one's also pretty cool looking. The graphics are cool. I like the characters inside of it. The gameplay is pretty standard for the genre. That being said, I like that there are different classes here so you can have different types of attacks. It gets some replayability inside of this one. I like it. I think it's cool. And to be honest with you, this gameplay style is freaking addicting as hell. You'll find yourself not putting it down. Meow Hunter. I never thought I'd show a game like this because I'm not a big cat guy, but this is a platformer, pixelated cat type game. The adventure seems fun, and it's not only focused on cats. No, I'm not a cat hater or anything, but I'm more of a dog guy. But the gameplay looks cool. The graphics are on point, platformers are always fun, and people can always find a new platformer to play. And then everyone just goes back to either Mario or Sonic and enjoys those the most. But this one looks cool. Carrion, where you play as the monster and you devour all the goodness, all the people. You're the alien inside of this one. You want to get bigger, stronger, feed yourself with human flesh. Yeah, most games don't take this perspective. Most are on the other side trying to kill the enemy. Now, you are the enemy. I absolutely love the idea of this one. I've shared it a few times in the channel. It was worth another one. Really cool platformer here. MWT, Tank Battles, where you could play as an army person in all different types of vehicles in the war. Vehicular combat. Not my style of game. Not one that I'm gonna play, but one that is new, one that has cool graphics, one that has a great community behind the game, and it allows you to play as a bunch of different vessels. Don't you like vessel variety? Hope you do. I do. I'm still not gonna download it because I got other ones I like better. Shadow Rival Action War. Yes. It's like, you know, what is it? Vampires and stuff like that. It's a fun looking game. I like the trailer. But the combat is what we care about, and it's another platformer style shadow-like game where you play as a vampire. So it's like many others that we've seen before in the Shadow realm. I actually like the artistic element of the game. It's not new though, but it does bring in the vampire. So all you know, vampire teeth people, you could enjoy this if you like Castlevania and things like that. Fun platformer, looks cool, took in that dark aesthetic and grabbed onto vampires. You have this one. What do you think? And then you got Avalar. Let me do that. And then you got Avalar, which is another action RPG. You know that that's my genre, boys. I love action RPGs. Here's another option, pulling it out of the Diablo world, medieval type combat. Looks cool. This is definitely one that I would try. This is definitely one I would download because it's the genre I love. we have some love for this one. But it's still not my favorite on the list, although it does look really pretty good and awesome. You know what it is, though? Now, I said at the end I would give you my answer, what my favorite is, and my favorite is Dark and Darker Mobile. I think the game is incredible and has a lot of legs to grow and become amazing. Give the game a shot. It's freaking great. I have links for many of these games in the description of the video. Go check them out and subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video.